We have a brilliant episode lined up for you today. It's all about challenging the norm in HR and recruitment. Whether you're a business owner, hiring manager, or just curious about doing things differently, then this one is for you. Before I introduce my guest today, I'll just let you know who I am. I am Vicky Taylor. I am the manager of Fresh Perspective Resourcing. We are a recruitment business based in Chorley, and we like to do things a little bit differently. It's quite apt for this podcast, I would say. But my guest today is the wonderful Jenny Cook. Hello, Jenny.
Thank you for inviting me.
It's really nice to have you here. Now, you know a lot about breaking the mould and rewriting the rules in the world of work.
Absolutely.
Good. Right. Before we get into it, will you just please introduce to everyone on the podcast who you are, what you do, where you're from, all that kind of good stuff?
Okay. So I'm Jenny. I live in Lowton, only about half an hour away. I'm a music fanatic, so everything I do is about music. I've been in HR for 14 years, not that long considering.
Not that long.
Not that long.
14 years.
14 years. But when you're at my age, I've had a career of 10 years at Boots before that. So
right,
I'm
okay.
my age now. You get it. So yeah, I've got two lovely girls at home. So I've got twin girls and my lovely husband, Hunky Dunky, who has actually been referenced on a previous podcast with Emily and Tony. He was well chuffed about that.
Is that what you call him, Hunky Dunky?
Yeah. Hunky Dunky. Called it him for ages.
Oh, hey, Hunky Dunky. Does he listen?
He will listen.
He will listen to this.
He will
one.
listen.
Is he going to be mortified that you've outed him on the podcast?
No, because I said Tony outed him about a year ago.
Right.
So
okay.
it's already out there. People call him in the streets and everything. So
They recognise it.
He recognised. Yeah, he's not been asked for his autograph yet, though, so we're all right.
No, not just yet. Maybe after this podcast.
You never know.
You never ever know. So I think what we need to start with is a massive congratulations. You are one of our Freshie winners from 2025. So you are our Shining Star, which us at Fresh actually judge and vote for that one. And we picked you, Jenny. How did it feel?
Surreal. Seriously, I'd messaged my husband just about 3 minutes beforehand saying, because he was saying, how's it going? And I said, oh, no awards this year. I said, but team, really, really good. And then he was like, yeah, he said something like, yeah, but you're still my star, something like that. Then he told me that Saints, my rugby team, had won. So I was like, yes, brilliant. And then the next message I'm saying is, eek, this has just happened. Quite surreal. I was shocked. I cried.
I know, I didn't realise that you cried.
God,
and then Laura and Emily were telling me, that you were just crying on stage.
Stabbing my heart. I was like, oh, my Lord. And then when they took the photo, if you look at the photo, you can see that I have still got glassy eyes. That photo is like, oh, dear. But yeah, it amazing. Seriously. I was, so proud of myself. But just the team and their response just made me feel so special.
Your team are really rowdy. Your team were placed at the front and I could just see them when I was on stage, and every time they were like, woo!
What's really interesting, some of that team have never been on a social outing together ever.
Really?
Before. Yeah, so one team member had been with us. Well, she passed her probation yesterday.
Oh my God.
So had only been with us for about 6 weeks at that point. Holly had been with us for about a year, but lives in Bradford, so doesn't come into the office often.
Okay.
And our recruiter, Alex, so she's been with us for about 5 months. But again, we've never even had a meal together.
So I'm presuming a lot of these they've never been to the Freshies before then either. They didn't know what to expect.
It was only me and one other who has, out of the 8 people who were there. Yeah.
Oh, wow. So it was the first Freshies and you won an award. I've got to say, they brought the vibes. I loved it. They were clapping and shouting and cheering for everybody. And then it was probably the biggest cheer when you won.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the chanting my name was just, I can't get out my ears. I just keep hearing it and I'm like, oh my Lord.
Well, it was very well deserved.
Thank
you.
I
mean, I hope none of the other finalists in that category are listening, but it was quite an easy choice.
Oh, thank you.
It was.
There's some big names in that.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
There were.
Yeah, there were.
I'm getting emotional now.
There are some tissues there if you need them. But yeah, honestly, I was so happy that it was like unanimous with the Fresh team that it should be you, and I think it was very well deserved. And you helped us a lot with the Freshies as well. Like, oh my God, the judging that you did. And does she have a job? Because she's judging like every day for us.
It was, I love judging. I think some of the categories that you have as well really open your eyes to what is happening in people's lives.
Yeah.
And we did cry a bit. I'm not going to lie. Some of the judges,
really?
we were crying. We had tissues ready. We had to have breaks. We had to have a moment where we just reached out to each other and looked after each other, because some of it was hard. It was hard.
Oh my goodness.
And it was lovely on the night to actually see some of the people who were judged. You know what I mean? Dan at Cancer Bank. Oh God, he just.
I heard a lot about, because obviously we don't really know anything about what happens in the interviews. We get a couple of notes from the judges, so we don't always know what happens. But I could tell from when he won, the standing ovation that he got from the judges that had been judging him, and the notes that I saw, I was like, I feel like he's very well deserved.
We all offered our support, so I'm getting some musicians together to help at one of his events.
Oh, lovely!
And I know Ruby is. I've already said, let me see what I can help. What I can help with. So it's absolutely, it was amazing. So what a night!
Oh, love that, love it. So we should probably start talking about what you're here for, what you're here for. So you seem to get a thrill out of challenging the norm, both inside and outside of work. What would you say is one normal process or expectation in business or recruitment that you think needs to be thrown out completely, and why?
The CV. Oh, I am.
As in, get rid of a CV completely?
Well, no. I think the CV should be one of the ways that people can apply. So I've not been quiet on LinkedIn about this. I've done loads of posts about it. We will accept applications in a whole host of different formats.
Oh, really?
So we will accept a poem, a story, a picture, a song, a letter, anything. It doesn't matter, as long as somebody is describing how they can demonstrate the skills and experience that we need.
Yeah.
And why we should recruit them. That's what we do. And we haven't had that many applications through. We've had a couple of letters.
I was going to say, how many people actually go down this different route that you're kind of trying to go down?
At the moment, I'm a lonely voice. It's me, and me.
Yeah.
And okay, I've got quite a few people on LinkedIn, but getting out to the candidates, that's different. So we've altered all of our adverts now so it says it. But I do think people are going, yeah, right. If I send a picture, I'm going to be laughed at. No, I don't mind at all how people tell me that they're suitable for that job. The interview process still goes ahead.
Yeah.
And there's still a place for traditional CVs because I know that suits people. But come on, we're in a world now where the world's so diverse. Everybody comes from so different backgrounds. Why not adapt? The one thing, we keep talking about being inclusive, but the one thing that's not changed is the silly CV, and it's structured in a way that you either get it right or wrong. Well, I'm going, no, forget it. So we've had a couple of letters. We got a lovely email off a guy last week for an apprentice role, and I think especially those types of roles.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
You know what I mean? You could see he was so passionate about our trade, which doesn't happen often. But the letter, I was like, I want to employ him already, especially from an apprentice point of view.
Yeah.
Not about skills and experience, about
attitude.
mindset.
Yeah,
that's all it is. So the CV, get rid of it. Get rid of it.
Okay, that is interesting, because obviously for us, we say that everyone has to give us a CV because obviously the companies that we're working for, they want to see the CV, totally. So we have to send it over. But we try to explain that you can't just judge people off a CV, because people get told wrong information to put on. So they're like, you need to put every single one of your jobs on. And they might have been working for like 30 years and the CV will be like 10 pages long. And I'm like, I don't think you need all that on there. But because someone's told them that, and then that's what they're sending out to everyone, and then they're being penalised because they've got bad advice off someone. And I just think it's not fair.
CV just needs to have so many different formats underneath it, rather than the PDF that says profile, experience.
Oh, I know, yeah.
How many people? I think if I had to go and do a video, or I'm not too sure I'm a poet.
No, I wouldn't be able to do that. I'd do a video though. I'd absolutely do a video. Yeah.
I'd sing a song. I'd do anything.
I wouldn't get a job if I sang a song.
but it's in it. More and more in marketing roles, you expect someone to do something a little bit more quick.
Yeah, yeah.
But why marketing roles? Why not every single role? So I'm open to anybody to apply for our vacancies in any way that they want.
I love that.
So, yeah.
I wish more people would think like that, because we still do struggle with some clients that do come on board and because when we send CVs over, we have a conversation with the candidate first and then write a summary about what we spoke about. And some clients will just not look at the summary and just be like, don't like that CV, not interviewing that person. And I'm like, this person is great though. Like, we've had a conversation with them. They're amazing, but they just won't do it because the CV isn't good.
Someone asked me in my team actually yesterday, she said to me, can I just ask you, I put my photo on my CV. Did you look at it? I went, did you? And she said, did you not look at it? It's the first time she put it on. She said, and I got the job. So I thought, was that
That was the thing that got her the job?
Like, absolutely not. I said, one thing, you know, I mean, that's not a decision for me. I'm not going to lie. I look at the personal profile at first, if they've got one, because I think that's that little summary, because my attention span's quite short. So
right, yeah.
Do I need to look any further? I actually then go to the back a bit to see what they've done from qualifications, from if they do anything voluntary. I'm more about that person. And then I'll go back and go, oh yeah, what's the role that we're looking for? Are they suitable? But that's what it should be. We're trying to still recruit traditionally. We're using the same tools traditionally, but yet the world has changed.
Yeah, and we're not keeping up with it, are we?
Well, I am.
Yeah, you are.
I am on my own.
Yes, you are. You're like leading the pack.
It's getting the bandwagon with me, because I just think it's not saying that you have to change your recruitment process, but it means that you get different talent through your doors, and that's the key bit for me.
Yeah.
So important.
People get stuck in a rut, don't they? And they're like, I can't recruit good talent. I'm like, well, change what you're doing then, because maybe that's the issue. And then maybe they need to take some advice from you.
Yeah, find me on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
You know this about message Vicky Taylor?
Yeah.
Message Jenny Cook.
Yes, there
Sorry,
you
I'm
go.
stealing it.
No, it's fine. Connect with Jenny. Message her. She'll be able to help you out. So, right, I didn't know this about you, but that you failed your GCSEs, apparently. Do you want us to say that on it? Are we all right saying that? Yeah.
Totally.
Okay. And then you passed your maths GCSE when you were 28.
Yeah.
Well done. So probably a lot of people are worrying about GCSEs and results and everything like that at this time of year. How do you feel like that shaped how you view people's journeys or setbacks in sorry, let me re-say that. How has that shaped how you view people's journeys or setbacks in their careers?
Do you know, I did fail everything the first time.
Yeah.
So I got, you ready for this? 2 Ds, 5 E's and a G. And my G was in history, and I was predicted to get a U, so I think that's
a success. Yeah, absolutely.
I then went on and retook English, maths and music. So I failed music, and I say I'm a musician. Failed music as well.
Yeah.
Retook, passed me English and my music whilst doing a GMVQ, but still failed my maths. I then went to college, and guess what? I failed my maths again. So I think it was the 4th or 5th time that I wanted to get into HR. I'd said, right, this is what I want to do. And I said, right, I'm going to do it. And I went and I did my GCSE maths with some 16-year-olds in a school in Wigan. It was really, really frightening. And passed. And I just wanted that pass. And that was the moment that literally changed my look on everything.
Really?
So before that, I was like, I haven't got the basics, therefore I can't do anything. So the job I was in, loved it, worked for Boots for 10 years, started off as a temp and worked my way up.
Wow.
But I didn't think I could do anything else. But it was that maths that sort of kicked me to look at things different. So now I think everyone deserves a second chance. I did a post yesterday on LinkedIn about people excelling, but then people's just their whole approach and their mindset of I'm not going to give up. And that's the bit for me. If somebody goes, but I want to try or I want to have a chance, I'm going, well, I've done it. You know what I mean? I've now got a master's.
Have you? What have you got a master's in? Have you?
I did. My
okay.
level 3, my level 5, my level 7 and topped it up to a master's because I was bored. Don't know why. But so I even went to that point. Did I struggle? Absolutely. Because if you haven't got that foundations, I get that everything's a little bit harder. But I did it. And I just think everybody else has the ability to forget what's happened in the past. You can't rewrite that. But you can definitely change it. And there's nothing wrong with doing GCSEs at 28, 30, whatever it is.
I think there's a lot of pressure, isn't there, that you have to do well in your GCSEs, go to college, do well in your A-levels, go to uni. Totally. Get a degree. And I think I was in that mindset when I was younger, and I was like, well, I have to go to uni because that's what everybody else is doing and that's what we're told to do. And I went and I hated it, and I think I was there for like 3 months, and then I decided it wasn't for me, and I just went and got a job and just worked my way up and learned skills that way. And I think it's really important to let people know that there's other routes that you can take, and like you said, like you don't have to do it at that age. You can go and do it later on in life if that's what you want to do. You don't have to go to uni. And like it annoys me when a lot of jobs are like, oh, you must have a degree in something, and I'm like, but why? Because you're not taught. I feel like life skills and going out and being in the working world is a lot more relevant than go and getting a degree, unless you want to be like a doctor.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. But I think that's why I'm a massive fan of apprenticeships, because that is about being in the workplace, learning those life skills, and those skills that you need to have to even be successful in your qualifications. And I think that's really, really important to me. So yeah, go apprenticeships, go doing whatever qualification that you are at one. I even joke around now and go, oh, should I go and do a qualification in something?
Really? Where'd you find the time? Like you've literally just been telling me you've been busy all this week. You're like, oh, I might just add a qualification in there as well.
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's some more learning in me. Maybe it's because I didn't do it very well to start with, and now I'm going, I want to prove myself wrong. Yeah. Maybe it's that, but I'm not too sure what I want to do. We'll see.
Oh, I would love to do that, but I just don't know where I'd find the time. So
I've got no time.
Yeah.
I've got no time for it, but I just want to do it. I'll find time if I need to.
If only we could make more time. So something that we hear a lot through our candidates is the struggle they have when they know that they're getting compared to other candidates, especially if they're getting rejected on that basis. What advice would you give to someone who's struggling to fit the mould or who's been rejected a few times?
That's a tricky one, isn't it? Because I've been there. You know, when you get rejected.
It's awful, isn't it?
It's awful. I've been rejected on, years and years ago, I remember. I applied for something online and I got a response that said I wasn't successful at the interview. And I was like, I wish I'd got an interview. But they didn't. So I got the wrong response.
Yeah.
And then, but that sort of said to me then, hold a minute, did he even look? So if you think about that, the biggest rejection, first of all, is not getting an interview because you're not getting the chance. And I think that bit, you've just got to keep going and keep going. I'm a massive fan of recruiters who can support. I'm not a fan of applying for adverts, although my business model is that we don't have recruiters, didn't have an internal person.
Yeah.
But I think for certain roles, you've just got to get someone who's going to sing and shout for you. When you get to the interview, I think it's just one of those things, unfortunately. I've been there where I've had two really good candidates and I've had sleepless nights going, which one? You've just got to keep going. I'm all about what else are you doing to demonstrate that you've got that growth mindset. That's critical for me. So that would get your brownie points in my eyes. Yeah. If somebody's that self-starter who's going, well, yeah, I want to do this, or I've learned this, or I go on to, and I found this course online, or this. If they're doing something better to better themselves, saying that in an interview, you absolutely get brownie points from me. And I think that's the bit. How can we make ourselves even better than what that person's looking for?
Yeah.
It's a tough one.
It is. And I think you've got to be resilient, haven't you? Because you're going to get rejected. Like, you can't just expect to apply for one job and just hope that it's going to work out. You're going to get rejected probably a few times.
Years ago, I applied for a job, and this is out there already. In a previous podcast I've done with somebody, and in an article in a magazine that I've done, and I was experienced. I was a HR manager, and I'd left that job and I applied for a HR advisor role somewhere just for 8 weeks. It was just while I was just deciding where I wanted to be, and I was just trying to find myself a little bit. And they said they didn't want to see me because they said I was overqualified. So I went back to the recruitment agency and said, pardon? What on earth? You better go and tell them that I'm happy with the role. Yeah. I'm happy with the salary. If I was offered, I'd be accepting for those terms. So why wouldn't somebody want somebody who's better? They interviewed me. I got the job.
Oh my God.
And they offered me more money as well.
Did they?
Like, I didn't want the more money. And then after 8 weeks, they promoted me internally, and I was there for 18 months in the end. So there is something about, you know what I mean? I'm all about change, and I'm cheeky.
We know.
But there is something about pushing back and going, hold on a second, why? What was missing? And being really critical and saying, I want feedback off you. I want to know exactly why, because I need to learn.
Yeah, I completely agree with that, because I just don't think it's fair sometimes when it's just like generic feedback. And it's like, well, what can I do with that? How can I make myself better? Or, yeah. But I do think you've got to have a bit of a backbone and you've just got to keep going. Because before I started at Fresh, I'd applied to work here before and got rejected. I know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Laura, Emily, what on earth did you do there?
What were you playing at? You could have got me in so much sooner. But yeah, I got rejected. And then I think it was like a year or two later, I saw they were recruiting again. I was like, I'm just going to apply again. Someone may not have done that though. They might have been like, oh, I got rejected once, I'm not going to do it. I think you just need to go for it, don't you?
Yeah. What have you got to lose?
Yeah, exactly.
There is nothing to lose. And actually, the amount of CVs that people get, are they going to remember you? Unless they've got a system that says you've applied before. I don't think. And even if you have, we're a massive fan at NRG of boomerang employees.
I saw this on LinkedIn and I didn't know how I felt about it. Because I've never really heard anyone shouting about it before.
Oh, so I'm a bit crazy about them.
Right.
Actually, about to do a case study with a company who've asked us about it for accreditation we've got. So boomerang employees, it's back to that point about giving somebody an extra chance.
Yeah.
So somebody can get so far in a business and then get to the point where they go, I can't learn anything more because I can't change because everybody knows me here and therefore I can't change. So therefore, if those people go, fine, they go, but we always leave the door open. So even if that is that they, they might not have been the best employee because they got to a position where they were struggling.
Yeah.
But we're always about the door is always open. And we've had people who've left at a level and then come back at a higher level and are absolutely smashing it.
All right.
Yesterday, I got an email of somebody who we'd had some feedback about a manager. And that manager left years before and is a boomerang employee. And they've come back and they are absolutely smashing it. Now, if they would have gone straight into that role, I don't know the person before they come back to us, but they might not have been so successful. And that is really critical. But even if someone goes, oh, they're offering more money, I always go, that's absolutely fine. Go, the doors are always open. And we do get people back. We're in double figures.
Really?
I want to say about 22, 23 now boomerang employees. And that's people who have come back.
Are there any that come back and you're like, no, we're not having them back? Or do you give everyone a chance? You're like, come in for an interview and we'll see? Or is there some that's a straight no?
No, do you know, I don't think we've said no to anybody. I think we've said, go and have a conversation with that person. So maybe a manager who doesn't know them or and said, this is what the history was previously. But you go and see, have they changed? Have they learned? Have they done something different? And that's how we get people back. And it's... They know the business. They fit in quicker. They know. They know the way. They actually understand where the business has been from a transformation as well. So our business has changed massively in the last couple of years. So people come back and they go, don't recognise the business anymore, and they're happy to be back. Huge for me.
Right. Yeah. Because I know you hear about it happening. Like I've been at companies before, and it is normally in bigger companies that it tends to happen. And you've heard about it before, but. Like you guys, you really shout about it on LinkedIn, and I was like, I've never really heard people be so excited about it before.
It.
Yeah, but I like that because there are certain circumstances where it will work. Just because someone's worked there before doesn't mean they can't work there again. But I just suppose it depends on how they left.
Absolutely, how they left. I think that's absolutely really critical. But again. People learn, people change, so give them another chance.
Yeah, I love that. So, when we're doing our interviews, when we're at Fresh, we like to add in some curveball questions. We don't just have your bog standards like what do you do in day to day in your job and everything like that. So we have stuff like who's your favourite Friends character, which I think you said before would be.
So Joey, but only because I've watched Friends. But only about 5 years ago. I watched...
Can't believe that. I've been watching it, oh my God, probably for 20 years.
My husband was like, you've not watched it? We'll watch it. And we went crazy on it. So yeah, I think Joey had to say.
Yeah. So
I just like him.
Yeah. We asked that because we do a lot of references in the office. So we're like, are you going to understand it? My favourite is Chandler. I love him. He makes me laugh all the time. And then we always ask, do you like Christmas? Because I interview everyone and everyone calls me the Queen of Christmas because I love it. I start celebrating it after my birthday, which is in September.
It's too late.
Too late!
Too Please. Come on. As I just showed you, I've got it on my phone.
I know.
We've got our Christmas plan in the diary. We're arranging our Christmas do at work.
Oh, ours is already sorted, yeah.
I've got Christmas trees for a house that I don't even own yet, so I'm buying it. I've got 7 Christmas trees for my new house. And the good ones.
Oh, my God.
A Bent's sale is amazing. If you don't know Bent's, it's a garden centre.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Oh, God, Christmas.
Yeah. So
Me.
my problem is I will probably have a Christmas tree up in my house all year round, but I get a real Christmas tree. So I know. So I can only put it up at like the beginning of December.
Oh, no.
I know.
You need to change that.
No, but I like the smell.
Get 2 then.
Yeah, I suppose.
Get 2.
Yeah, I should get 2, shouldn't I?
Absolutely.
A real one and a fake one. But I absolutely love it. It's my favourite time of year. I love it. But we've heard that you asked something about chocolate bars in your
I do.
interview. What's the question that you asked?
I just asked them what the favourite chocolate bar is.
What's the reasoning behind it? What you're trying to get from it, or is it just to?
It's just so people when I've interviewed them generally say, "Oh, that interview wasn't how I expected it to be."
Yeah,
because I'm not about tell me a time when.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
I don't like those. The biggest fit for me is, do they fit from our culture? Our team?
Exactly.
We're quite close knit.
Yeah,
but also I want them to be able to demonstrate that they can do a job without me going, give me an example. I would like them, you know what I mean? I'm more of a storyteller, so I'd like people to tell me a story. But also in our role in HR, we have to inspire and motivate people by telling them stories. So if they can't go and tell me, generally, then I've got an issue there.
Yeah.
So the chocolate bar is just a bit of a curveball because they think it's going downward and then they'll go, what's your favourite chocolate bar? And I've had some weird and wonderful ones. I've had one person say, I don't eat chocolate.
Were they a no?
They were no for other reasons.
Right.
They were no for other reasons, but it was very much like a, what do you mean? What do you mean? It's just more to see. Now, if someone says a fruit and nut or a picnic, I do go,
I will be the same.
Oh, that's the one chocolate bar that doesn't, because I have a top 6 and it's not in the top 6. And I'm just like, really?
We can't say what the top 6 are though, can we? Because then what if people are listening and then they use that in the interview?
No.
They're like, oh, that's what Jenny wants us to say.
No, but I don't. I want them to challenge me.
Okay.
If they challenge me,
yeah,
they are that employee manager.
Yeah,
key, isn't it? So it was actually funny. A couple of years ago, my team for Christmas bought me a multi-pack of each of my top 6.
Did they?
I was hoping I was going, oh, yes, chocolate. So yeah, it's just that it does just bring something different. I do want someone to challenge. I want someone to go, because my top one is Maltesers.
Oh, yes, very good choice.
And if they turn around and go, why Maltesers? I'd be like, what do you mean, why Maltesers? Tell me. And you get into a bit of debate and it's quite nice and you actually see it in person. So, yeah. Anyway, what is your favourite chocolate bar?
I prefer Galaxy over Dairy Milk.
Have you tried both together?
No. What do you mean together? Like get 2
piece of each
and then just once. Oh, okay.
Sarah Millican, the comedian.
Yeah.
She talks about that, and it is. Yeah, I like Galaxy.
Yeah, I like Galaxy. I like a mint Euro. Is that in the top 6? Yay! I do like Maltesers, the bars. What else do I like? I like a twirl, a chocolate orange twirl. Chocolate orange is my Terry's chocolate orange is my favourite thing ever. I got 4 Easter eggs at Christmas and they were all Terry's like chocolate orange stuff. I just love it. So
I signed the petition to bring back a Spira. You might be too young to remember the Spira.
No, I've no idea.
Google it. Honestly, it was the best bar of chocolate ever. You could use it as a straw to drink.
Oh, okay.
My dream is to write a book about chocolate and the different ways you can eat it.
We started writing this book.
No, but a few people who might listen to this would be like, she's been saying that for 10 years.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm going to do it.
Right, just need to find the time.
Well, you have to write to Cadbury's and to Nestle. And
right.
But,
big job.
I know what I need to do it, but I don't write. I need someone to listen to me and write the book for me.
Oh, my God, yeah.
They'll credit me for it.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I like that. But I think it's important that, do you know when you were saying before about without not having the CVs and changing that bit up, I think it's important for in interviews that needs to be changed up now.
Totally.
With questions like this, it's not just about competency-based questions and like giving someone a grilling. It's more about adding stuff like this in, get to know them as a person. I feel like it can tell you a lot about someone, the way that they answer these questions. So it's about getting creative and thinking what you want to get from it, what questions to ask. So
it's back to that point before about what do you tell candidates when they're really struggling with the feedback they're getting. If it's very, very traditional, and it is tell me a time when, but what about if your mindset isn't working, that you go, well, that's that competency, that, because mine doesn't. I just talk, you know what I mean? I'll just, if you don't want me for who I am and my experience now, well, that's absolutely fine. It's not going to work for me either. And I think that's the key point. You've got to get so much more out of an interview than just can you tick the box for the job? Guess what? If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I'm all about, well, even if you can't do everything, I can teach you. And that's a key bit for me.
Oh my goodness, we're totally about that. Like, you can't teach someone to have a bit of a personality or to have a good work ethic and things like that. You can teach people skills, easy peasy. So I think it's more about who they are as a person, and by asking competency-based questions, I don't think you're going to draw that out of them, and you're not going to be able to know that. So yeah, people need to switch up their interview questions.
Totally.
Our interviews are so funny when people come. They always say that they had such a good experience, and I imagine it's the same when people come to you guys.
People generally say to me, when I've done recruiting for HR, they'll go, do you know, I've really enjoyed that. And then they will give me that, I will feel guilty when they go, I really hope I get the job. I'm like, me.
Oh no.
I feel bad because of course you get, I've done recruitment back in March, I think it was, for the role that the girls just passed her probation yesterday.
Yeah.
And that was really tough. There were some really, really good candidates. And you are going, oh, what do we do? What do we do? But then you do go back to they can do the job. Can they fit? What are the answers to those questions? What did I feel? What did we talk about? Actually, yeah, they're the person. So
yeah,
it's key.
It is key. So we know that you have a passion for supporting communities. Freshies is one of them, which we're very grateful for you. As we said before, you did a lot of stuff with judging for us, and you get so involved. You post about it on LinkedIn. You're like our biggest Freshie fan. We absolutely love it. But what drives you to give so much time and energy to supporting others and the community? Because I know you don't have a lot of time.
Yeah. So I suppose. So I work full time, and then of course I've got my family. I play in a brass band.
Yeah.
I'm also the fundraiser as well.
Wow.
So I'm on the committee, and that's my key role.
What do you do in the brass band?
I play a tenor horn.
Is that that one? No.
The people on the podcast can't see that you just did a bit of a squirrel.
Like a Catherine work. Yeah. Is it that one?
Yeah, squashed and a little bit small. So it's like a big tuba.
Right.
Smaller.
Oh, right.
Smaller.
Okay.
I'd say, if you don't know what it is, keep an eye on a TV programme in September, more to follow. Yeah, I play that. And then I'm also the fundraiser. So I'm currently trying to fundraise for £10,000 for us to go to France next year.
Oh.
1,000. But 1,000 is better than nothing.
And I understand how hard it is.
Tough. It's
fundraising.
tough.
And really tough.
It's tough. And then I'm also a trustee for a homeless charity called Emmaus. And they're in South Manchester. So I'm the HR.
Right.
And we just help make decisions and run. So those things, it sounds silly, but I don't like being quiet. You know what I mean? The other week I was ill, and I sat on the couch with the quilt all day, watched 17 episodes of Rich House, Poor House. Anyway, just because I wanted something to watch.
Right.
And it was the most amazing day. But the next day I was like, I can't do that again.
Yeah.
So I live full, and I'm all about those. It's like giving people second chances, helping people to start with something that they want to do. So from a community point of view, I'll just get involved. If I can volunteer somewhere, I will do.
Aww.
But if I can help, and I think I've had that journey where I didn't know what I was doing. Duncan was the one who got me into HR. He said, what do you want to do? Well, come on, let's focus on it. And I think I just want to make that happen to somebody else. So I'll help with anything, really. Don't send me all...
oh my God, you're going to be...
I'm like,
the
what?
LinkedIn messages now, you're going to be absolutely bombarded.
I can say no, because people just say, do you struggle to say no? And I can say no.
Yeah.
But I really think about saying no to something. And sometimes I've just got to say, I haven't got the time, but come back to me. So I just get a sense of pride, and I think everyone should do it.
Yeah.
Communities can't thrive without people helping. They're not cash rich. They've got so many great grand ideas. And back to the Freshies interviewing, some of the things that people have done, but some of the things that they want to do and they just need help. Hence why we were all like to Dan, we'll help.
Yeah.
We'll help, because he just needs somebody to invest some time. It's not even about money, it's time. Can you come and do a couple of hours here and help us? So I think it's something we all have to do in society.
Yeah, I don't think enough people do it, do they? I think it probably, because I will admit I'm probably guilty of it. I obviously help with the Freshies while I'm here, but outside of work, I've never like volunteered or anything. It's always something that I say I would like to do, but it's time, isn't it? And it's being able to be like, I have time to give up to help other people. And I feel like we all should do it. And I feel like it would open a lot of people's eyes to see.
That's the big thing.
Yeah, to see these things and what's going on outside our own, because we get caught up in our own lives, don't we? Just like what's going on, and there is all these other people out there who might be struggling or don't have it as good as we have it, and it's opening your eyes to that and seeing that. So I feel like schools should maybe do do something that kids have to go and help, to kind of get it into them at a younger age, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I think, you know what I mean, there is so many places around. So even if we looked on the main street here, so many of those companies, there's places, probably some community events, all just, if you went and did an hour a week, would be huge. So what the trustee role that I have, so it's a retail shop, it's a charity shop.
Okay.
And there's huge plans of what we're going to do, and it's to support the homeless. So Emmaus are a national charity, and they've got loads of locations. To support one in South Manchester, Wythenshawe. It's 50 minutes away from my house. So it's not like it's on my doorstep.
No.
You know what I mean? It is. Yeah. Because you don't have to just do it locally. You know what I mean? It's what's your experience, what do you want to do. But someone doing a couple of hours in a retail shop, just merchandise, not just be on the till or anything like that, it's huge. And to them, it's worth thousands of pounds.
Oh,
you know really? They can get organised, they can focus on something else.
Yeah.
It generates sales. It means so much. I wish there probably is, because there's everything on Google, isn't there? You could probably work out what does a volunteering hour look like in a certain setting, and what a setting, and what does that look like from a value to that charity.
Yeah.
There's probably something there. And I think if we did more about that. But for me, find somewhere. And if you don't know anywhere, come and help me do fundraising at Valley Brass. Or come and help me at the charity shop in South Manchester.
Oh, yeah, plug it. Go on, plug it. It's fine. Come and help Jenny, guys. So that is actually the end of all our interview questions. Oh no, we've still got some other stuff we're going through. Don't worry. It's not completely over yet. The hard questions are out the way.
Phew, relax.
We're going to do fresh or stale.
I love this.
It's my favourite part of the podcast.
I love it.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to keep off bread, and it just keeps making me think of bread.
Well, yeah, I know what you mean. Yes.
But listen, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I saw them before, but I can't remember them.
You can't remember them. Good.
Glad.
Right, I'm glad about that. Okay, so we've got 5 statements, words. You need to tell me if they are fresh or stale. Right. First one is cover letters. Stale.
Absolutely stale. Absolutely stale. We've talked about, CVs, not having those CVs. Cover letter. Just do one letter and sing and shout about everything you've done. It doesn't need to be a cover letter style, because a cover letter is, I would like to, please look at my CV for your perusal, and we want to do this, and I look forward to hearing from you, and references are made. They're all the same.
They're just a template off Google, aren't they? Yeah.
What do they bring?
Nothing. So
I don't read them.
No,
if anyone does them, I don't read them.
To be fair, I swear we had a girl not that long ago who did an amazing cover letter. It was so good, like, about why she wanted to work for this company. I was like, that's what you should do in a cover letter. But most of the ones you see, they've literally got a template off Google, put in, like, the company, what their name is. And I'm like, oh, there was just no point.
Is that cover letter not really their application, so therefore it should just be one document?
Well, yeah.
So back to my earlier
Yes.
Get rid of traditional CV, get rid of the cover letter, and let people apply in a way that's suitable. So cover letters,
absolutely no. I know what you're going to say for this one. Brass bands.
Oh, fresh. Come on.
I mean, I don't. Have I ever listened to? I mean, I will have listened to a brass band. Is it like? Do you know when it's like walking day in town? Yeah. Is it like the stuff like that?
Well, it depends. It absolutely depends. So you can have that. You can have big concertos that we can play.
What's that? What's a concerto?
So like just like traditional music, that you'd hear like orchestras play.
Yeah.
Like hold music. You get.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You can play that for competitions, but actually, our band play a lot of what I call cheese.
Like what? Like what kind of songs?
I might have just called myself now by calling it cheese. Yeah. I mean it's current stuff that everyone can sing and dance to. So much so that when we've got audience, people will jump up and down dancing. So I did a recording the other week actually to send to Emily and Laura the day after the Freshies.
Yeah. Oh, oh my God, you were playing the day after work. Yeah, I was like, I don't know you've done that after.
And I recorded one, and it was Mr. Brightside.
I need to listen to these because when I think of a brass band, I think like, do you know, like the Kings walking past, and it's just like
it's changed.
Okay,
we do that as well.
Yeah,
but it's not. It's huge. So, the one that I hate playing, and Dave, our conductor, will just laugh at this because my part is just so consistent and so the same for a long is, Erasure. Respect.
Oh, wow, okay.
I'm going to sing now because I just have to.
Oh, go on.
Do you know the background where it goes?
Yeah.
I've got that for the whole piece. I don't get a break. And the back row cornets have also got that as well. So it's so tough. But when you then see the audience are literally up and singing and shouting.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Again, September, watch this space. We'll play a cheesy piece of music.
Oh, wow.
Follow me on LinkedIn and you'll see all about it. I feel like I'm plugging myself. I don't mean
Do you want to talk about it? Or is it you can't? Is it secret?
Can't.
Okay, secret, sorry.
It was ITV, a programme from the past, coming back.
Okay.
And we filmed it a couple of weeks ago. And yeah, watch this space.
Okay. You need to connect with Jenny on LinkedIn and you will see all about it.
Yeah, all about it. Okay. All about it. But you're going to come to a brass band gig because we do in Chorley.
Do you?
We do.
Where do you do them in Chorley?
I don't know, Chorley. A church near the big, is it Yarrow? Big, there's a big chimney. I want to say it's St. Nicholas, St. Matthew's.
None of
that. I know where it is.
You'll have to message me the next time you're in Chorley and I'll come along and I'll dance to it.
Competitions here as well every year. We'll do one in September.
Okay, let me know.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to get you a ticket.
Thank you. What about unlimited holiday policies?
So I think this divides the world. Never mind.
I'm on the fence. I'm never on the fence with these and I'm on the fence with it.
So I think for those businesses who can, that's great. In all the business I've worked at, you've had a mix of people who never take the holidays and at the end of the year going, I've got loads left.
Yeah.
So therefore it's not going to help them. And then you have the opposite where people are going, can I have extras? Can I buy? You're never going to get a happy medium.
Yeah.
And I think it depends on what type of business you're in. I'm not a fan, but that's purely because I don't take my holidays. My team never take all the holidays. I have to force them to do them.
You have to force the team to take them. It's hard work.
I suppose it depends how generous you are of your holidays anyway.
Yeah, because we do get a lot here and I think it's fine. But I reckon that if they did unlimited holidays here at Fresh, I would take less. Because sometimes at the end of the year, I will just take some days just to use them.
It wouldn't change me.
No, wouldn't change.
No.
But then I think you would get some people who would take the piss.
Yeah, and... yeah, I don't know. I just don't see the point of it. I would say that businesses need to be, just need to really think about their compensation packages and make sure that they're giving something that's attractive. And if you give enough holidays, then people don't need any more. And if you have that flexibility as well of different things, then I think that's the best.
Yeah.
So yeah, to me, stale.
Yeah, I agree. Stale. We don't like that one. Right, what about people who clap when the plane lands?
Well, so I would say stale.
Yes.
But I have got a story very, very quickly.
Yeah,
I've got time.
Oh my God, yeah.
I've got time.
Yeah, we've got time.
Perfect. So, years and years ago, and I did hit the newspapers of this. So, because there's always a story, of course, there is with Jenny Cook. So, we were going on holiday to Crete. We got to the airport. Everything was fine. We were delayed. And then we eventually got on the plane, waited for however many hours,
and
then got offloaded and told to go home, and we had to come back the next day. Fine, we did that. Although our car was stuck, we couldn't get out. I had to get taxis, but it was fine. And my neighbour, oh, lovely, Vicky, who lives over the road from us. I tweeted them, not tweeted them, sorry, I messaged them and said, if you see us come back, we're miserable, we're not going to hold blah, blah, blah. And she literally knocked on my door when she saw us in with a bottle of red and a bottle of white. I went, saying nothing, bye. And then she took us to the airport next morning, which was lovely. But then the next day, we were delayed even more. We got on the plane and there was so many problems. It was when there was problems about 2 years ago, that our captain got off the plane and loaded our baggage.
Oh my God. Or was it Manchester Airport when they were having problems with all the baggage stuff?
It's in all the news. It got as far as New Zealand paper. I was interviewed and all sorts. So when I got on the plane and they told us about it, I tweeted about it. And by the time I got Crete, I had every single newspaper saying, tell me more, tell me more, tell me more. And it went crazy.
Wow.
So we cheered. And I even know the guy. We've exchanged messages.
Right.
Because I was like, sorry. He was like, no, thank you. Because he lives around the corner from us as well. We didn't.
Okay.
Amazing. But for that, he went out of his way and we were cheering, screaming, clapping and everything. So that, fresh, because it was something out of it.
Yeah.
But when you've just paid a fortune for a flight and they've got you there safely, you don't need to clap. You've paid for it.
I know. And then when they're like, oh, we got there earlier than it was supposed to, I'm like, that's because you add time onto how long the flight should take. So then it looks like you land earlier.
Is it Ryanair that goes,
yeah, and it's like, oh, I don't know what percent it is, but like 80% of our flights land on time. I'm like, that's a load of rubbish. You just add extra time on. It's just...
That's basic customer service.
Oh my God, I know. I'm like, why are we clapping for these people? We don't clap for bus drivers, so...
Maybe that's a trend that's going to come on.
Oh, no, I can't.
When I send an email, I expect a round of applause from now on.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And then our final one is team building days.
Just been talking about them on the phone to somebody on the way here. I'm a fan. I think there is so many different ways.
Yeah.
And you've just got to make sure it's a team building that impacts your team in the right way. Because if it doesn't, if everyone goes down there, well, let's go and do a walk somewhere, and that will work for some, that won't work for others. My team, it's all about being in one room together and just having that social time. And it can be at something like the Freshies, or it can be we just go for a meal and get everyone together. So it's got to be about what does that look like? So it's fresh, but they've got to be done right.
Yeah, I completely agree, because it can't just always be about going getting drunk, can it?
No, not at all.
Like, we like to do some of that, but then we like to do stuff like we have, like team building. We'll stay after work and do some stuff in the office, like games and stuff like that. Or we'll go to the Anderton Centre, do team building activities there. So I think you're right. It depends what it is.
Yeah, it's just got to work.
Yeah, you've got to think about it. It can't just be on a whim, like, let's just go to the pub.
And it can't be what you want to do.
No, you have to cater for everyone, because you will get a lot of different personalities. And we have that here. We have, like you said, like a walk. Like, half of us would love that. But I know some people out there who'd be like, I'm not going on a walk. I'm not doing it.
Yeah. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, and like some of them, they were like, should we go for team building day at Alton Towers? And half of them are like, I don't like rides. I'm just going to hold the bags. I'm like, well, this isn't going to work, is it? So, you need to think of what will work for everybody.
Back to challenge the norm.
Challenge the norm. Exactly.
Team building's team building, but team building can be something so big.
Oh my God, yeah.
Do something different.
Yes. And what a great thing to end on. We're done with your interview.
Wow.
Thank you so much are we all right for time? Oh yeah. I know. 48 minutes. Thank you so much for joining me, Jenny. I've had such a nice time on the podcast. Have you enjoyed yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. It's been good. The time's flown.
I know it has.
Oh,
how's it been that long? Sorry, listeners, because they used to be about half an hour, these podcasts, and now we're on nearly 50 minutes, so we will leave it there. Thank you so much for listening. If you want to go and connect with Jenny on LinkedIn, it's Jenny Cook from NRG Riverside. I'm Vicky Taylor on LinkedIn. If you want to send me a message, don't have Tony here to plug that for me. You can go and check out Fresh Perspective. Yes.
Sussed it.
Yeah.
Send me a message and you a message, both of us. Favourite chocolate bar?
Oh my God, yes.
Let's do it.
Yes. Send me and Jenny a message on LinkedIn. Tell us what your favourite chocolate bar is. we might have a debate with you. Yeah, depending on what it is. But go and check out Fresh Perspective. We are on Instagram, Facebook. Our website is fp-resourcing.co.uk. We've also got some new YouTube videos coming soon if you want some tips and tricks on there. Go and listen and subscribe to the podcast. We are on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon. I think that's everywhere. I always forget one. You'll find it somewhere. Please like, subscribe, and leave us a review, please. And that is it for this week. So thank you very much for joining us. Bye.
Bye.